All right, so I'm just on holiday with my family right now, so hence the beautiful view. But I haven't actually made a little check-in video like this in a few days, so I thought now would be a good time. Okay, so here's the deal. At the moment, I'm feeling so blessed, but I've also been feeling so, I don't know, like a weird amount of like pressure that I'm probably putting on things that I shouldn't be. And it's interesting because like I've been seeing like a psychologist recently, and for a few reasons, but one of the things I've learned from him, which has been super helpful, is this idea of like dialectics, which is like the ability to hold two things in your mind at once, and for them to both be completely valid. And I guess the main one that I'm trying to like come to terms with and sort of hold in my head is feeling so blessed and so lucky and so fulfilled and purposeful and content and good. Like I'm building something I'm so passionate about. I'm like, I don't know, I'm so, like I'm living such a blessed life, right? Like I have the most incredible, beautiful, just amazing girlfriend on the planet. And like I genuinely believe that I've already met and I'm with the woman I will marry. And I'm 17 years old, right? Like there aren't too many like bigger blessings than that in the world. I genuinely feel so like fortunate and lucky and blessed, and happy and fulfilled and content, and sort of like I've got so much meaning and beauty in my life. I've got this movement of young men on this path that I'm trying to build. I've got like great friends and a great family, and you know what I mean? But with that really serious relationship and the sort of weight of what I'm trying to build and create, plus basically like the deadline of by the end of this year, I want to move to Spain. And because like my girlfriend's living in Colombia right now, but her and her family are moving to Spain. And so when I finish high school, I'm going to move there and live with her. And I also, it's not just to move there to be with her. Like since I was 13, 14 years old, I've had this dream of like finishing high school and just like kicking myself out of home and moving somewhere. And that just happens to be Spain because she's going to be there. But I'm super excited for that. But then like financially, there's a lot of pressure on me this year because I'm basically broke right now. In the sense, like I've got some savings, but like in terms of income, I make like $160 a month from the community I'm building because it's like cheap and I've only got like 8-9 members at the moment. So I need to like for my own like financial security and sort of like survival, when I move, I'm gonna need to be making like 2.5 to 3 grand a month consistently. And whether, some of that is from the community, because in my mind, it's not a business. I'm genuinely trying to build a movement. I'm trying to create something awesome. I'm trying to build a space where, young men who are like-minded and have big goals and want a community, like a brotherhood around them of guys who aren't just focused on like materialistic shit and status and like pursuing like casual relationships and validation and all of that, but guys who really like want to be locked in, have their shit together and like focus on becoming good men. There's not a space that I know of that exists for like guys like that. And so I feel this sense of purpose and like, real fulfillment in creating that space and building that. So it's not about like the business side of things for me around that. But that being said, from like a more entrepreneurship perspective, it's like there is, to hit that 2.5K a month, I'm gonna need, 125 members? And I also wanna start taking on some clients. Like, I wanna start like mentoring some guys one-to-one. And so for that, I need to realize like, I need to not feel shy about charging what I believe I'm worth. Knowing that I've done months now of like basically coaching guys one-to-one completely for free because I love it. I genuinely am so passionate about it. I feel so fulfilled. It's so exciting. It makes me feel so alive. And honestly, like I'm not trying to come across as like arrogant here or anything. It's like I'm good at what I do. Like I know that now because I've been doing it for a while, right? And I've got so far to go and so much to learn, and you know, but I'm good at it. I've genuinely helped people, like, and that's fucking amazing to be able to say, and I'm so happy about that. But it's like also, in order for me to be able to eat when I move out, because you know, like, I've had like a bit of a safety net around me my whole life. Like, you know, my middle class family, like I've been very privileged. I've been very like lucky in terms of like having like a stable emotional and financial environment growing up. You know, so I'm kind of cutting away that safety net, and that's kind of the point. I don't want to be entitled. I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to be complacent. So I want to cut away that safety net, and I want to move across the world where I'm away from my family, and I'm literally like I'm gonna have to just eat what I kill. You know what I mean? In like in the metaphorical sense. So there's pressure. And sometimes I feel like, as inspired as I am by what I do, like as much as I find it like purposeful and meaningful and really fulfilling, when you add having to graduate, like being in your last year of high school and having to like really lock in so you actually graduate, you add on like family, friends, and like relationship commitments, especially like a long distance relationship, man, that shit is draining, right? It's like a lot of emotional, psychological, and just like physical like energy to just like maintain that and like show up as a good man and show up for her in the way I want to show up. You know, plus just trying to enjoy and make the most of my last year of being a kid. There's a lot that I'm kind of balancing and juggling, and yes, I'm blessed as fuck. But I've also got a lot of pressure on me. So I'm just kind of balancing that, and sometimes I feel, you know, as much as I love what I do and as much as I'm really blessed, I feel fucking drained, like a lot. And there are times when I'm like, I know there's so much I need to be doing, and I just almost can't bring myself to do it. So I need to focus in the next couple of weeks on building the systems and like really solidifying the way in which I'm going to go about getting all of that done and balancing all of that, and not leaving it up to chance and not just trying to freestyle it. Actually building some structure and systems and you know, implementing some things in my life that will allow me to actually do that and do it well. So yeah, that's just what's on my mind today. But it's been fun to hang out with my sister a bit and hang out with my mum and dad and just chill at the beach for a bit. This house is awesome. It's so cool. I actually love it, and that view's crazy. But anyway, yep, yap session for the day complete.